Here we are asked to write the formula for an arithmetic sequence, and we know the values of two specific terms. We know the fifth term has a value of minus 32, and the 18th term has a value of 85. So to answer this question, we're going to need the arithmetic sequence general formula, which is that any specific term is equal to the first term plus n minus 1 times the common difference. So let's do this. We're going to start with this piece of information. The fifth term is going to allow us to create an equation that a5 is equal to a plus 4 times d, because n would be 5 in this case. And we also know the value of a5, so we're going to replace a5 with negative 32. So there's equation 1. Then we go to our second piece of information to create a second equation. a18 is a plus 17d, which means that 85 is equal to a plus 17d. So at this point, when you have two equations, each with two variables, in this case a and d, there are a few strategies you can use to solve this. I'm going to go through the two most common ones. So the first one is known as substitution. So in order to do a substitution, you need to first isolate one of the variables in one of the equations. So I'm going to do that with equation 1. I'm going to flip this equation around, and then I'm going to subtract 4d from both sides. So I've isolated the a, and it equals this equation here. Once you have done that, you can then substitute the a value here into the other equation you have. So that ends up giving you something that looks like this, where this a is replaced by negative 32 minus 4d. So that's called substitution. From here, we can collect like terms. So we're going to collect the two d's together to get 13d. And then we're going to add 32 to both sides, which gives us this equation here. Now we divide both sides by 13, and now we know our value for d. Once you know the value of one of the variables, you can substitute that value into either of the original equations, so either equation 1 or equation 2. So in this case, I'm going to substitute it into equation 2, so I'm just going to replace the d with 9 and do a little algebra here. 153, subtract 153 from both sides, and now I know my value for a. So once you know d and you know a, that's all you need to create a general formula. So you would plug that in here, and I'll get to that in a moment. But before I do that, I'm just going to show you the other technique, which is known as elimination. So elimination is another way to determine the value for variable. So what you're going to do with elimination is you're going to take one of the equations and write it out, and then just write the other one directly below it, because what we're going to do is subtract these equations from each other. Now this works because I have a single a in this equation and a single a in this equation. So when I do this subtraction, a minus a cancels the a's. You get 0. So the a is going to disappear. Just a quick aside that when you're using elimination, sometimes when you have equations, they won't always match up quite so beautifully. So let's say, just hypothetically, let's say there was a 2 in front of this a. All you would do in that case is multiply the other one by 2, multiply everything in the other one by 2 before you subtract. So to put it succinctly, when you subtract, it has to be an exact match for one of the variables. Otherwise, it won't cancel and elimination won't help you. All right, so let's do this subtraction. Be careful with your negative signs. We're subtracting a negative, so really we're adding to get 117. The a's cancel out, and 17 minus 4 gives us 13d. And you might notice that's the same thing we ended up with substitution. Divide by 13 gives us d equals 9. So we're getting the same answers. And just to cover all of our bases, this time let's substitute that d into equation 1 and make sure we get the same value for a out. So the d becomes a 9 here. That would be 36. So we're going to subtract 36 from both sides. That gives us a equals negative 68. So both techniques give the same answers. I would recommend you try and become familiar with both. Substitution is a little more powerful in that it's more useful in a few more situations, but often elimination is a much easier way to get things done, and it happens a little quicker. So good to understand how both of those techniques work. All right, let's finish this off. We know our d value, we know our a value, so we're going to plug them into our original sequence formula. So that looks like this. We've got our a here and our d here, and we should do some simplifying. So let's remove the brackets by multiplying both terms in the brackets by 9, and then we can collect together the minus 68 and the minus 9 to get this as our general formula. A sub n is equal to 9n minus 77.